everybody. Welcome back to the Remnant Podcast, Gathering of the Nation. We're here back just to get into the Word again, right?
That's right.
We've got our brother Carlos Jr. up here.
Y'all. I'm back.
He's going to be joining us full time now.
Yeah, from now on.
All praises.
From here on out. All praises.
Mm-hmm. Very excited for that.
Yes.
Very.
So we're done with the
Save some of her.
Yeah, I think we covered quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I think
That was the longest playlist that we've had so far. Series.
5 videos. All right. Well, I'm going to start out with Psalms 119, verse 104, and that's through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. And today, we're going to start a new series. Well, I don't say series, but
yeah, it's going to be a series.
It's going to be okay. Yeah. Well, it's a series. We're going to be covering how important the Sabbath is. The fourth commandment.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy, and how there are certain rules that you have to follow when you keep the Sabbath compared to the Sunday doctrine that Sabbath day is Sunday or any day of the week or any day you choose that is your day. That you ain't got no rules, really. You can do whatever you want, which really is what sin.
It's what Satan wants you to do. Anything you want to do.
Your own understanding.
Right. That's against what the Bible says, right? Lean on not your own understanding. Proverbs, first chapter, Proverbs.
Like Proverbs 1:7 or something like that.
Yeah.
1:7 is, I think, knowledge. Something like that.
Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. Yes. So, all right. Well, I guess, man. Where can we start? The beginning?
Yeah, Genesis 2.
Yeah. Okay.
When you get there, say amen.
Amen.
We're on Genesis 2.
Yeah.
I was thinking about 1 and 5. We get that in too.
Okay.
1 and 5, you said?
Well, no, we definitely could do that. I know 1 and 5 was talking about how the days go.
Oh, that's a good place. Yeah. Let's start there.
Okay, cool.
Because in today's world, we're on the Gregorian calendar, but also Rome, Daniel 7:25, concerning times and laws. We go by a 24-hour,
12-hour,
or 12-hour.
Right.
Okay, 12-hour time period. Sun up to sunset.
Right. Is a day. Right.
But according to
sun up to sun up is a day. Well, from 12 to 12 is one day. Well, 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. That would be 24.
That's 24. See this? Yes, 24 hours. Like I said.
Why is there only 12 hours on the clock then? I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Like
AM, PM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
24 hours. 24 hour time period.
Okay, yeah.
Sun up to 12 a.m. that night is a day. Right.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to.
But according to the Bible in Genesis 1:5, let's just read it.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start at 1?
Yeah.
All right. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. So that's what was first here, darkness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. All right. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Yep.
So, in other words,
on God's timing, on our Father's timing, day starts in the evening.
Yeah.
Right.
Sunset to sunset,
right,
is a day.
Yep.
Which would then be...
It starts in darkness because it started in darkness from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Very good point.
Okay. So that explains why when you come into this truth and you realize, seventh day is Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's you read in the New Testament about the preparation, right? Preparation day.
Yeah, and you can also precept that with whenever God was feeding them with manna.
Mm.
On the sixth day, He would send them twice as much more.
Yeah.
So they could gather twice as much more for the Sabbath as well.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we
That's what I think about. But if you got something in the New Testament, you need to get that for sure.
But that 1 to
About
5
the preparation day.
The 1 to 5 is a very good foundation, though.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how time.
How the time goes.
That's how our Father's time
Right.
is, and that's how He intended it to be.
Right.
Before Rome changed it.
I mean, He doesn't change.
He does not change.
Right. What we getting?
Let's just go to what was that? What you had in Genesis
2?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Genesis 2:1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God ended His work, which He had made,
Mm-hmm.
and He rested on the seventh day from all His work which He had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it He had rested from all His work which God created and made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, I wish we could show that calendar.
Yeah, me too. That'd be cool.
Because according to God's calendar, there's a 364 day calendar, not 365 and a quarter, which is what today's world goes off the Gregorian calendar.
Right.
And so when you have that, when you're going off of God's calendar, it lines up that. So was it? So the first 3 months it goes 30, 30, 31.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it keeps on doing that.
Right. And so that's spring. And it goes summer. Again, 30, 31. Summer, 30, 31. Right. Fall, 30, 31. Winter.
Mm-hmm. And you think about it, like, why would, if we go back to what we learned in elementary school, stuff like that, whenever we were learning the seasons, we always learned them from spring to winter. No. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember that. Good. Whenever we were memorizing the seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yeah.
So why would the new year start in the middle of winter?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're right.
So something I picked up on too.
Yeah, you thought about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They know.
That's crazy, right. That's how they started. Know. So then why does the year start?
Right.
I never even caught on to that just now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the full origin of why the new year starts then. I know it has to deal with the winter solstice and all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
And then, you got January and February, which they added on as far as the different gods that were serving at the time.
Right. Yeah. Right. All the months, including the days of the weeks, names are all Greek gods.
Yeah, Greek. Right.
It's names of Greek gods. It's just that they changed them. Like it's not February, but it could be another name, something like that.
Yep. All the meanings though.
Yeah, like Nisan or something like that. Like I think that was like January's original name.
Yeah.
Sleep was going to get that. It was in Jasher, right?
What?
It talks about the calendar.
Jubilees?
Is it Jubilees?
I think so. I know it's in Enoch too, where Enoch talks about the path of the sun.
Mm.
I think my dad got my book. I just thought about that. I have one.
Okay, here, yeah. Jubilees, 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we could just jump to, let's see, we'll just jump to 32. Jubilee 6:32.
Okay.
And command thou the children of Israel that they observe the years according to this reckoning, 364 days, and these will continue a complete year. And they will not disturb its time from its days and from its feast, for everything will fall out in them according to their testimony. And they will not leave out of any day nor disturb any feast. But if ye do neglect to not observe them according to his commandment, then they will disturb their seasons and the years, and will be dislodged from this order. And they will disturb the seasons, and the years will be dislodged, and they will neglect their ordinances. And all the children of Israel will forget and will not find the path of the years, and will forget the new moons, which is new seasons. Right. It's not
like it's not a new month or anything like that. It's a new season.
It's a new season.
Which is a feast.
Right. And seasons and Sabbaths. And they will go wrong as to all the order of the years. For I know, and from henceforth shall I declare it unto thee, and it is not of my own devising, for the book lieth written before me, and on the heavenly tables the divisions of days is ordained. Lest they forget the feast of the covenant, and walk according to the feast of the Gentiles, after their error and after their ignorance. For there will be those who will assuredly make observations of the moon. Now it disturbeth the seasons, and cometh in from year to year, 10 days too soon. So you got all these, what are they called? What are the people that study the moon and stuff? Astrologers, right? Yeah. With these horoscopes and people can't wait for the new moon. I heard that secular artists will wait for the new moon to come before they drop their albums. Is that true?
I believe so. I know a lot of times they do that in the different. I heard a lot of them wait till like Halloween and stuff. So yeah, that makes sense. I ain't surprised.
It's like opening up like a different realm.
Yeah,
right. Spiritual realm.
Yeah.
Where they drop their music. It's like that goes back to like that video that we watched like months ago about music and how people were putting like spells on music and stuff like that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
Because I mean, there are artists out there, like especially back in the 70s, that admitted to that they did witchcraft on their songs and on their albums,
especially with rock music,
like the Beatles and Fleetwood Mac. I mean, you can just listen to them and hear it. Make you feel some type of way.
Yeah, it should.
Right. All right. I'm gonna read 36 again. For there will be those who will assuredly make observations of the moon. Now it disturbeth the seasons, and cometh in from year to year, 10 days too soon. For this reason the years will come upon them when they will disturb the order, and make an abominable day the day of testimony, and an unclean day a feast day. And they will confound all the days, the holy with the unclean with the holy. For they will go wrong as to the months and Sabbaths and feasts and jubilees. For this reason I command and testify to thee, that thou mayest testify to them. For after thy death thy children will disturb them, so that they will not make the year 364 days only. For this reason they will go wrong as to the new moons and seasons and Sabbaths and festivals, and they will eat all kinds of blood with all kinds of flesh.
So we got Sunday, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Easter,
4th of July,
New Year's.
All New Year, New Year's Day,
all holidays, basically.
Goodness gracious, and they're on unclean days.
Unclean days. And it's
We're
crazy.
Eating unclean foods. It's like that Ezekiel 8.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because I mean, what do you have with most holidays?
Pork.
Yep. Yeah.
Going out to the road, getting barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Though?
Got me a Boston butt on the burger.
It's crazy it's crazy how much damage one day added just one day.
Dude, it's crazy. It's
one
so crazy.
Day.
Because that one right day, right there is so perfect. Could you show that? Okay. Never mind. Huh. Hold up.
Oh, you about to get it?
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
But while he's doing that, but yeah, how is what I realize is one day, right, that it does all that damage, and then
the Sabbath,
and then the it's one day in a quarter, and then that quarter is not even every year. It's only once a year. So you gotta know, it gotta be some meanings behind that. It gotta be. Yeah. It's not just done just to be done.
Because if we were going by the biblical calendar,
God's calendar,
your birthday
would be on the same day.
Would be on the same day.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So for me, I'm born on July 28th.
Okay.
Was it March, April, May, June, July? So
be 7.
My birthday would be on a Monday. Wait, 7?
7/28, month 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I'm going. Okay, my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Dang, I'll be a Sabbath baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your birthday would be on every Saturday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Interesting.
We never move over.
And it's. I wish I could show y'all this calendar and explain it how our teacher BJ explains it. Yeah. So at the end of every season, it goes 30, 30, 31. So the third month has 31 days.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, so that's what did BJ say? It was a high Sabbath because it's a feast.
Right.
It's a feast. So every third month is a feast, is a high Sabbath.
Right.
And so it ends on the Sabbath, and a new season starts on the first day of the week. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a new month will always be on the first day.
Right.
It starts on the first day.
Right. Every time.
Every single time.
Exactly.
And it's so marvelous how his calendar is so perfect. And then man came in and just messed it all up.
That's exactly what I was just saying. How they added one day and it shifted everything.
Yeah, like 1 1/4. Like, why don't we have 365 and a quarter?
A quarter, and then that quarter is only a quarter of every 4 years.
Right.
So
like every leap year we get an extra day in February. That's strange, huh?
Passover.
What about it?
According to the Bible, it's the same time every year.
Right. Oh, right. Now, yeah, because it's on the 14th day of the first month. Every year. Yeah, the Passover. Yep, that's good. You want me to get that real quick? Okay.
And while you're getting that tells you, like we just said, that one day throws everything off, and just to throw off the days that was set. The Most High had us to all the feast days and stuff like that. It throws those off.
Yep.
You know, and at the end of the day, I think the whole thing is to add confusion.
Most definitely, Satan doing it.
Satan doing it because the Most High does not bring confusion.
Right.
So that cannot be of him.
Yep. Revelation 12:9. Satan deceived the whole world.
Yeah. Right.
So Satan's so crafty that he can try and get us into his kingdom. But man, all praises to the Most High for waking us up.
Yes.
And bringing us into this truth, because it's there. It's there.
Yep.
You just have to ask and seek and knock for yourself, because man, he'll show you.
Yes.
He would definitely show you. If he can show people like us, he'll do the same for you. All you got to do is just be willing.
Yep.
And give some things up. I mean,
that's
it's a short life.
With us, and that's what we were always talking about with us at our age.
Yeah. So much to lose.
So much to give up.
Yeah.
Because the way what we've been born in, we was here, technology wasn't as high.
Right. Yeah,
but just look at the kids that's coming after us now. They're growing up with iPhone 13s. Like, literally, they've been born with that. That's what's there. So them, as far as growing into the technology, they ain't there no more.
Right.
So it's already a setback for them if we allow it to be.
That's right.
You know,
that's exactly
which is why you said it's up to us now to give up those things to understand that's the things that's causing the setback and the downfall.
And talking about kids and stuff like that, and I don't have children, but I mean I can. Whatever the Most High get ready for me. You know what I'm saying?
But I got a 2-year-old, so I already know.
Right. And this is people that have kids too. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it."
Right.
And that's doing with these two. Teach your children the commandments. Then whenever it becomes normal for them to keep the commandments, then they won't stray away. They won't stray away
when
from
it's time
it.
for them going their own.
Right.
When they're accountable for themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Whenever they get to the age where they can start making decisions for themselves and not.
Did you train them up right?
Exactly. Exactly. Right. And because that wasn't us, because we never knew about them. So we had to find out. I
wouldn't say we didn't know about them.
We knew about them, but we didn't know the significance of them.
We didn't know Ezekiel 2020. In 2012. That it was a sanctified holy day.
Holy day.
Was a sign between you and the Most High.
And because and two, that if you break one of the commandments, you're breaking them all. So they used to put it like. I wouldn't say they put it like that, but the way they go about things is like, okay, well, you can do these, and it makes some seem like they're bigger than others.
Right,
they're not at all. You break one, you break them all.
They may be like,
they're all equal to each other.
All you gotta do is love God and love your neighbor, but they don't know.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow.
But if you
think about that,
but hold on. But if you can love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, with all thy mind, and with all thy soul, that's 1 through 5, right there. That's have no other gods before him. No graven images.
Vain.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day. Honor thy father and mother.
Right.
That's 1 through 5.
Right.
And our Father who art in heaven. Number 5. Honor your father and mother, so that you may live in the land long that I give to you. That right there, that's got to do with the Most High. All of them got to do with the Most High, but if you love thy neighbor as yourself, love thy neighbor as thyself, you can do. You shouldn't be killing. You shouldn't be committing adultery. You shouldn't be stealing. You shouldn't be lying, and you shouldn't covet.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's why Christ said on those 2 commandments,
hang the
law and the prophets. Yep. It's a good illustration right here.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
With the hangers.
I was just thinking about something.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Most High doesn't have respect for any person.
That's right. Yep.
Think about that spiritually.
Yep.
You can't just take one commandment,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And think that
that's the one
it's okay,
right?
Which is what Satan.
All he had to do is change that one.
Subtle.
That's it.
Subtle, right? We talked about the Roman Catholics commandments. Says
remember to keep the Lord's Day holy.
Well, it don't say remember. Remember, it says
it says keep
the Lord's Day
holy. Exactly.
And the Most High says to remember
the Sabbath day, the Sabbath day, not the Lord's Day.
But what did we just read in Jubilees?
Right.
Once they forgot the ordinance, stopped keeping basically the Sabbath, worshiping other gods.
Times and everything.
You're not going to remember the Most High's day that He wants to have himself. With you for Himself.
Right. Yeah. Because the Sabbath day is like an intimate time between you and the Most High.
Right.
It's like it'd be like us going out with our wives on a date night. You know what I'm saying? Just y'all two. Right. And on the Sabbath day, he will manifest Himself to you through His Word.
Yeah.
So,
right. That was a good. what you just said. Think about it. You work all week or whatever, right? And you and your wife got the time to go out, and what y'all doing, y'all kind of use that time to catch up for the week.
Yeah, right.
The time that y'all missed out on each other while you was working.
Yeah,
it's kind of your time to catch up, to have that long time to keep that relationship together. Because you can't let work and everything get in the way of it if you don't take that time to come back.
That's right.
So that's a very good analogy you use.
That's right. Yep. But I can get that Passover if you want me to get that.
I mean, I said we're talking about how important the Sabbath day is and the difference between keeping it with the God of the Bible and you saying that any day is your Sabbath or Sunday is your Sabbath, and the rules of that Sabbath, the Lord of this world,
right?
Right. So I mean, like I said,
I'm sorry.
Daniel 7:25.
Hey, think to
change times and laws. We're going under a different calendar now. We're under a 24-hour period where it's sun up to, what did I say, 12 a.m.?
12 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that's a day.
That's a day. Yeah.
So basically, it's sun up.
Yeah.
Basically, sunset to sunset.
Right. That's what it is. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
And that's not how we were supposed to. It's not the ordinance of the Most High.
Right. Because Christ said that He's Lord of the Sabbath.
You want to do that, Matt? You want to do that?
What? Oh, the calendar? Yeah. We definitely can. Yeah, for sure.
I got it good.
Oh my gosh.
So are we putting it in the middle? Gonna block me?
Yeah, we're gonna block you, Junior.
Okay, now let me know how I need to.
Just flip it up.
Cool. I'm gonna make sure I ain't wiping nothing off. When they put it in
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so bring my mic over here. Okay. Y'all can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see how... Can you see it? Okay. Yeah. You see how the first 1 through 3... So that 1 through 3, that's spring, and you see how on the third month, it's a 31 day.
Right.
First month, second month has 30 days. The third month has 31 days. That 31, that last day is a high Sabbath.
Right.
That's a feast. That would be a feast because right here, number 4 is starting a new season. Yeah. So 1 through 3 is spring, and then after that feast, you have summer.
Right.
And then whenever you get down here and you're halfway through the year, on that 31 is another feast, and then you go into fall. Right. And then you have another feast, another high Sabbath, and then you go into winter, and then it starts over. Another feast, and then that's the new year, actually, which would be our time. Our time would be sunset today, March 2nd.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. You said March 2nd?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the Gregorian calendar.
Right.
Because, in Purim, Feast of Purim, which is like, some people call it God's Christmas.
Right.
In the book of Esther, I think.
Yeah.
Ezra or Esther?
Esther.
Esther, yeah. Yeah. That was the 12th month. Purim was, and it was on the 14th and 15th day, if I'm not mistaken. So if you count 16 days ahead, it would be March 2nd on us.
All right.
On the Gregorian calendar. Yeah. So, this is God's calendar.
Right. And I forget how BJ says it, but it's 364 days.
Right.
If you were to divide it by 7,
right,
it's an even number.
It's an even number. Yeah, that's exactly right.
If you go by 365 and a quarter, that don't.
You don't get nothing. You get a decimal point,
and that's how you know that. People want to say like, how do you even know Saturday is the 7th day? It ain't nothing's changed.
See, it's
Nothing's
not about
changed.
the name of the day. It's
Right.
the
The number.
It's the number.
Most
So I don't care.
You read Genesis again. He says the first day, on the second day, the third day. Right. It wasn't no Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
That's right.
But for you to want to justify and say, well, how do you know? It's like, well, did you question that until you just heard this?
Right.
You didn't question it then, so why is it?
Right.
And you can, this was something that I recognized it. Even if you look on a calendar that we have now, the first day is Sunday.
Right.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It just because it's not as bold as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
right,
doesn't mean anything. It's still the first day
still
on that
first
calendar.
Day of the week.
Most definitely.
All the time.
So,
every single month it says that.
Yeah.
So I noticed that.
The only thing that's changed, like you said, is they went by the gods.
The gods, yeah.
If you read Ezekiel 8, sun god. Yeah. That's what they did in the temple. They were worshiping the sun.
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep.
I mean, it all lines up.
All lines up. And Satan is an angel of light. He can come to you in an angel of light.
Yeah.
So, in it being Sunday, the sun, I don't know. Could be a coincidence. I don't really think so.
Hey. I don't say sun, but what do you say? How
thou art fallen from heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, son of the mornings.
Yes. See?
Yeah.
What's that? Isaiah
14.
Mm-hmm.
And why all the churches are facing east, where the sun comes up.
Yep.
I don't know. They know.
Right.
So, got to be for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll get that real quick. Yeah. 14:12.
Isaiah 14.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, sunrise. Did we not just? Yeah. Okay. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Yeah.
And I will sit also upon the mount of the congregations and the sides of the north. If you look up the Roman Catholic family tree,
the top is Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church, and her children, which are these every church you see on the corner. And me and my wife read that last night in Proverbs. It's crazy.
Every denomination, every single denomination. Even if there's people, like I had, whenever I went on my trip earlier this week, a guy on the plane asked me if I was telling about, us and stuff. And he asked me if we were Seventh-day Adventists. I said, no. Right. I said, no, sir. And I showed him that family tree, and he was like, oh, dang. And then I handed him my Bible, and I said, I want you to read 12 through 14 in this chapter. And he said, oh, dang, okay. All right.
Chapter 7. Yeah, I kind of want to get that real quick. That's good.
What is it?
Proverbs 7. We'll just read the whole thing real quick. Okay. It says, my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live. Let me read that again. Keep my commandments and live. Is that this physical? No, it's spiritual.
Your spirit.
Spiritual life. Okay. And my law as the apple of thine eye. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, where's that at? Yeah.
Satan's using these as the apple of your eye. Wow. Yeah. iPhone. Ooh. Okay.
That's very...
Bind them up upon thy feet. Bind them up upon thy fingers. Write them upon the table of thine heart. These phones are always on people's minds.
Yep. But what Solomon is talking about is...
Yeah. I know. I'm giving an illustration
for sure.
Isaiah 14. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah. Wow. just twisted it up and made it into a material object.
Right.
Wow.
Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
Right.
You go to church on Sunday, they're gonna make you feel good.
What we talked about with that strange woman was in our first one? No, second?
Yeah. First or second one, with Solomon. Yeah, strange gods.
Strange women. You read Daniel 7, right? The strange woman, that's the Roman Catholic Church. The mother of all harlots. Which is Satan's woman, basically. But because he gives power to Rome.
Right.
Okay. And let's just say all right, which fly with the words. All right. For at the window of my house I looked through the casement and beheld among the simple ones, and I discerned among the youths, and a young man void of understanding, passing through the streets near her corner. And she went the way of her house. He went the way of her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. What's on every corner?
A church.
Because we just said she is what's say, with an attire of an harlot. Harlot. Okay. And so she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face she said unto him, I have peace offerings. What were you just saying, Matt? A Sunday church come in there with good words.
It'll make you feel
there's
good.
going to be a word that comes
Speak
up.
unto me smooth things.
Yeah, hold on. I have peace offerings with me this day. I have paid my vows. Therefore I came forth to meet thee diligently, to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry and carved works, graven images. And with fine linen of Egypt. What do you see on a cross in some Roman church?
Drapes,
right? Purple, scarlet.
Purple and scarlet, yeah. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. Who is that? Who's the good man?
It's Christ, isn't it?
All right.
He come back when a day appointed, when it's time. He said it's time to come.
That bag of money, the true riches,
yeah,
knowledge and
understanding. Yeah.
Right.
21.
Okay. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Yes,
man.
Is this what Matt was just talking about again too?
Forced him. Does that not sound like Israel?
Oh,
when they came to America.
Yep.
He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray into her paths. Broadway, huh? Many churches.
Yep.
For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Woo!
Right. We just went from the beginning.
You know, it's so crazy. I had that whole thing highlighted.
Yeah.
Whenever I turned to it, I was like, man, I remember whenever me and read it. We were like, oh, well, same thing. It's so crazy.
And a good thing to point out is how all these things are twofold. That's when you read it, you want to be able to, because if somebody just reading that for the first time, they're thinking physical.
Right.
And when you'll be able to understand it's twofold and read it spiritually, that's when the real gems start to come out to you.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Junior.
Because see, like if, with the naked eye, they don't know what it's talking about.
Right, that's right. You know, it's hard to bring this type of understanding to somebody that's in the Sunday church because they're just not going to understand. Because you know they think that what they know is their truth,
right?
You know, and not the truth that God gave us in His Word.
Right.
You know, it's they're listening to their preacher who's like, oh, this has got to be truth because this is the man of God.
Right.
The man of God. Yeah.
Oh man. Proverbs 8:17. It says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
Yeah.
Was it John 14:21? If you love me, keep my commandments.
Yeah. He that hath my commandments.
Right.
And doeth them.
Keepeth them, yeah. And doeth them, yeah.
Right.
What is it? He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. He that loveth me shall be loved by my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him. Jump to Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me, transgression of the law. When you transgress the law, you wrongeth his own soul. So, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Yep.
Right there. It tells you.
Sin leads to death.
And we just read how the commandments, following the commandments, add life.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. So going against those, and if you we just said to love them is to follow the commandments. Right. So we know to hate them is to not follow them.
Not to follow.
And that leads to death.
Leads to death.
Right.
Which is the first thing you're judged on when you die.
Yep. Another thing I want to
keep it or scorn it.
Touch on real quick on how we were just talking about how you saying the people in the churches that they're speaking on their truth. We just talked about when we talk about the Sabbath, how they say your Sabbath.
Yeah,
that's the problem because we're trying to put it into our own understanding.
That's right.
Okay, so especially for the people who may came and know that there's a lot of people that know the truth, but because they're so comfortable and
in church,
and so that in the motivational speeches and how the way it feels, the way it makes them feel.
Yeah, speak unto me smooth.
They don't the smooth things. They're at this point now they're attached to that,
right?
And in spirit they're attached to it. So now when it's attached to the spirit, it's even hard because now you think you're giving up. Or don't want to give up what sounds good anymore. Right. Because we're programmed to go to the things that sound good. We're programmed even think about food. We're programmed to they put out the sugar and everything. That's what they make you go towards. Somebody as soon as you bring up a vegetable or something, what kids they don't want to go. They'll go to sugar in the heartbeat. Yep. So that's the same thing. You just They make whatever looks good, whatever sounds good is what's programmed to be pushed to the masses. They're not pushing the good stuff.
That's right.
So,
man.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's good, Junior.
Yeah. That's why we got to be careful and follow them commandments. Let the things be revealed.
That's right.
Because the more they get revealed, the more you and you accept those things, the more it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good to know that you're fighting a good fight.
For sure.
It does. It really does.
Yep.
And,
regarding that smooth things, Proverbs 5 start at 1. It says, my son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil.
Ooh.
Words. That tells you if.
But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
I was just about like because that goes again to our Ephesians 6:11.
Yeah.
Got to keep the armor on.
Got to keep that armor on.
Because then you're very vulnerable now.
Yeah.
Because you're out in the open.
Yep.
So if you're not protecting yourself like that, those smooth things, and how we just talking right here, the strange woman, to be able to drop those smooth words, and you're just gonna go right towards it. Why? Because you don't have anything up to combat that.
That just explained that the guy in Proverbs 7, how he went unto the harlot because he didn't have his armor on.
Yeah, no armor on. That's right.
Nope.
That's right.
Sure didn't.
That's right.
But yeah, and then verse 5, her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Yeah, that's good.
And that's what we're just talking about, to be able to see that twofold.
Yeah.
Again, because that's that meaning right there, and how we just was able to precept that, and how they both come together. Both of those you need to know on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because you don't get that spiritual, I guess, teaching in Sunday church.
Right.
It's all physical.
I'm about to say it's all physical. Yeah. It's all physical. The feel good, that's the physical.
The flesh,
one thing that we have to, understand that, and we had to find this out too for ourselves, is that he's not going to manifest himself until you start keeping the commandments.
That's right.
And keeping them the way that he wants you to keep them.
That's right.
Because if you say, well, I'm keeping the Sabbath day, but you're going to church on Sunday, then he's not going to give you anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just said that last night during our study that I realized during my walk when I was doing YouTube, I was doing music, I was doing all of that for the Most High, but I really wasn't following what I was and doing what I was supposed to do.
Right.
I said that it's like he took that fire away from me, because he's not about to let you go out there and speak his name in vain.
Yeah.
And you're in front of the cameras and everything. You're showing yourself being righteous, but in real life, you're out here doing everything else. And it's like, no, I'm not about to let you speak my name in vain like that, because you know what you're doing. You make it sound good in front of everybody, but then when you supposed to be out here actually showing it, you're not.
I know exactly where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
Reprobate.
It's that lukewarm.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates.
That's right.
So, us three can be up here teaching y'all one thing, but if we're not doing it off camera, reprobates.
That's right.
And we'll be the least in the kingdom of heaven, which means we won't be in there.
That's why we have to examine our own selves.
We gotta, yes, we gotta study, study and show that self-approved.
That's right.
We ain't perfect either.
And
we ain't.
What's the scripture about the plank in the eye?
Matthew.
It's like you're trying to point out where other people are not doing.
Oh yeah, you're talking about. Yeah.
Cause I'm speaking out of experience. When I'm out and I know I should speak on things, but I'm not fully doing it myself. But even if I don't speak on it, I feel like I'm still doing wrong.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like you're only doing that because it's the knowledge that you have speaking out on it. But are you really doing that too?
So,
right. And that was a very big wake up call to me.
Yeah.
It's like you got to do it first.
Matthew 7:1. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say that thy brother, let me pull out the mote of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Give not to that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest thou trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cast not your pearls before swine.
Exactly. Don't put your riches in front of to the evildoers.
That's right.
Because like if you know, I think it's in Proverbs talk about how you're supposed to refrain your foot from the evil, turn from the evil.
Yep.
So if you're going towards it with stuff used to be, if you're gonna be around those people, then you should be speaking the truth to them.
That's
not
right.
going in the same way as them.
That's exactly
the knowledge
right.
is those pearls. That's the riches.
Man.
So if you're taking that to those people and you're not speaking the truth to those people while you're with them and you're going along with them, you're just as bad.
Yes.
Dude.
You
going along with the swine.
I got something to say about that. That happened earlier this week. That trip that I went on. Before coming to this truth, we learn a lot and we recognize the way that we're supposed to go in and all those good things. And then whenever we go to places or we surround ourselves with people that aren't like-minded as we are with each other, and you get around them and you can fall so easily.
Yes, you can.
To do the things that they do and how they act and stuff like that. And man, I just want to give like a little testimony before I went on that trip Monday. Man, I prayed to the Most High and I was like, please don't allow me to forget about you.
Right.
While I'm surrounded with these other people, because these people weren't like-minded people,
right?
Yeah.
Like how we are, in this room and in this building on the Sabbath. And it was so funny. I was talking to this guy in the airport, one of the guys that went on our trip, and he was like, he came up to me and he was like, Matt, give me your spiritual story. I gave it to him, and this is like a die-hard Christian. And really good guy though, like super good guy. And I told him everything, and he was like, "Wow, that's crazy." He said, "I went on a trip to Honduras a couple weeks ago and seen a bunch of things, and it put in my perspective of how good we have it over here, whether we know it or not." And he said, before I came on this trip, I prayed to God and I asked Him to give me somebody that I can tell the gospel to. And he said, here you are giving it to me.
All right.
This is crazy.
That's cool.
And he was like, I think that's just confirmation for me of you and where your walk is. And I gave him our platform and Paradigm's platform and all that stuff. And it was more confirmation for me because I was like, I didn't leave him the whole time I was up there. I didn't forget about the Most High.
Right. Yeah.
That's just a little testimony.
Wow. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Exactly.
But you're right about that. Being around people that aren't like-minded can easily drag you. I've definitely experienced that. And you're right. You gotta keep that armor on at all times. And if you're not, constantly keeping the Most High on your mind first.
Yeah.
Satan is so sneaky that he can put little things in front of you, and
all it takes is one thing,
and take your mind off of it.
Yep.
The next thing you know, you don't even know what you're doing.
Right.
You just,
Yep. Sinning all over again.
Yeah.
To put it blatantly,
But you were talking about avoiding the path of the wicked, right? Proverbs 4:14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men.
That's right.
Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of the wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness, and they know not at what they stumble. My son, attend to my words, incline thine ear unto my sayings. let them not depart from thine eyes. Mm-hmm. Keep them in the midst of thine heart, for they are the life unto those that find them, and healeth to all their flesh. Right. Keeping him on your mind, or in your heart, but it's really your mind.
Right.
That's where the thoughts enter.
Yeah, because your thoughts aren't your own.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And being around wicked people that aren't in this truth,
they can pull you out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's simple. Think about it. I mean, if you're in the truth and other people not, of course the devil and the enemy is trying to make you backslide and get you out of it anyway.
Yeah,
so what better way other than use people that are to use people that's not in the truth,
right,
and who are of those violent ways and everything already, right? Mm-hmm. What other better way to do that? Is you? I mean, I'm not saying it's always gonna be more than one person, but usually it's always a group.
That's right. Yep.
It usually is a group, just like us, where it's a group. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, if you're that outlier, then the goal for the enemy is to get you to be like those people.
Most definitely.
It's not the other way around. It's not him trying to get them
to be like you. No.
But now we are though. That's
right.
What we're here for. So we go into them with the Holy Spirit and with Spirit of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Then that can be accomplished.
Yep.
So, but the whole goal of the enemy is to get you back to that.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I'm a freelancer, a landscaper, and some of the people that I have to work with aren't in this truth. Right. So I definitely feel that because it is hard to try to. I guess how I was trying to say is, I don't see them as like friends, but they were my friends in the world, and so
in the world,
when I'm, so when I do have to work with them, it's definitely a thing where I have to try to keep my armor on the best as I can because they're cussing, they're
absolutely
smoking weed or whatever, and it's
you got people smoking weed on the job. I'm just messing with
you.
I
mean, it ain't me, but it's them. I mean, I'm gonna lie. When I was in this truth, heck yeah, I was smoking.
No, I was just messing.
But what I'm trying to say is that they're still doing their thing, and now I know. I mean, I can't be around that, so that temptation or that thought can come in and be like,
because of them,
right? Yeah, and it's the thing because now, like you said, because it's something that you knew that you wasn't supposed to be doing and you gave up. So of course it's going to use what Satan
knows what you like, what you used to.
He's going to throw that 12 times harder.
What used to be your most favorite thing?
Exactly.
Throw it at you so fast.
Exactly. Because everybody's
over
different.
And over.
Everybody's just different.
Everybody got a sin.
Yes. And so
sin.
Some things may not, tempt you like other things will.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why it's so good to be with people who are like-minded because say if I have a drinking problem, right? Yeah. But it doesn't get you like that. So of course you're going to be the one that's able to talk me on why I shouldn't be doing that because that's not what you deal with.
That's right.
And vice versa about other situations.
Edification.
So, exactly. So that's why it's so important to be with the people like Monica. We're thinking on how to make sure that we're all on the same accord.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So
one body, right?
Always,
1 Corinthians 12.
Exactly.
Yeah. One body. Many members.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important. And that's why I'm seeing now the things that I kept falling away from.
Sorry.
And then
No.
I
had a look on my face.
I thought I cut one of y'all off.
No. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you good, man. You good. But yeah, exactly. It's now I know that now I've got back into doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
And I just see everything unfolding. And it's like, do I want to go back to struggling?
Man.
No. I won't, this is what I want. This is what I've been craving for the longest, but why did it come to me? Why did it come to me? Because I wasn't following the commandments. One of the things, like I said, I was using his name in vain, and he was not let that slide. And now I'm doing it. I'm saying
everything. Has to get your heart right first.
Yeah.
This is within a week, y'all.
First.
Humble, yeah.
This is within a week.
That's so crazy.
I had when I just told y'all about my job. That happened last Thursday.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
And then y'all had me on here that Sabbath.
Yeah.
And now we back in again. So, but within a week, that's how all that happened.
So you're not working anywhere. You're not working anywhere right now.
Right now, I started my own things. Yep.
When did you start? Get him on landscaping.
I'll talk about you that later.
You see what I'm saying? Things just unfold. Is that what I'm talking about? Things just unfold because now you're doing what you're supposed to do. It might be the stuff that most happened want to show me for so long.
Well, yeah, and we've always heard this for our lives. Our whole entire lives. Whenever God closes a door, He opens up another one.
Yeah.
A
lot of times
there is most definitely truth to that.
Oh yeah.
To that saying. Most definitely.
And the door was there. It's just the lock was on it, and you gotta, you gotta do what you're supposed to do to get the lock off.
That's right.
So you can see it all day long. Want to get into it all you want to.
Yep.
That's good. All right. Well, man. Matt, you got anything else?
Well, we was going to talk about the Sabbath today.
Yeah. No, I wasn't done, but I was wondering, before we got into the do's and don'ts.
No, okay, cool.
Okay, so, as we explained in the series of the history of Israel, that was, we can go back to Exodus 20.
Yeah, where the law was given. Slink.
So you said that the Sabbath, the commandment, the Sabbath was the fourth commandment, right?
Right.
Go down and look at verse 8.
Verse 8. Remember Exodus 28. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor. So 6 days you shall work and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath and of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. He made it holy.
Separated
set apart day.
That's right.
Okay. So let's get into some of the do's and don'ts of the Sabbath. Well, we just read one of them.
Yep. Don't work.
Don't do no labor.
No work.
All right.
No work.
Now, what do we define as doing work?
That's a good question.
All right.
Because Christ picked corn on the Sabbath.
He did.
Traveled.
Healed.
Yeah.
He healed.
Yeah. That's all in the New Testament.
So it's okay to do good.
Right.
On the Sabbath.
Let's get that.
Yeah, where's
is that Luke? Is that in Luke?
Yeah, I think so.
Where he heals the man's hand.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, we'll just read 6. Let's go. Okay. Luke 6. And it came to pass on the second Sabbath. After the first, that he went through the cornfields, and his disciples plucked the ears of the corn and did eat, rubbing them in their hands. And certain of the Pharisees said unto them, Why do ye that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath days? And Yeshua answered them, said, Have ye not read so much as this, what David did when himself was an hungered, and they which were with him, how he went into the house of God and did take and eat the showbread, and gave also to them that were with him, which it is not lawful to eat, but for the priest alone. And he said unto them that the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath.
Yep.
Verse 6. And it came to pass also on another Sabbath that he entered into the synagogue and taught. And there was a man whose right hand was withered. And the scribes and Pharisees which watched him, whether he would heal on the Sabbath day. that they might find an accusation against him. And he knew their thoughts, and said to the man which had the withered hand, Rise up and stand forth in the midst. And he arose and stood forth. Then said Yeshua unto them, I will ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath day to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it? And looking around about upon them all, he said unto the man, Stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And they were filled with madness and communed one with another that they might do to Yeshua. So is it lawful to do good?
Yes,
most definitely.
But
Jesus said it was.
Right? But the Pharisees, which had their own man-made laws,
Yeah,
in their own eyes, they considered it a sin.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
But that's not the way of the Most High Christ.
Right. That reminds me of whenever Jesus healed the paralytic by the pool of Bethsaida. Whenever he said, "Rise, take up that bed,
and walk,
go thy way." The Pharisees came up and said, "It's not lawful for thee to take up thy bed and walk."
Yeah.
And he wasn't doing anything wrong.
No.
So it wasn't of God from the Pharisees.
Right.
But Christ came and showed that is okay.
Yeah.
Good deed.
You can travel. Yeah. A good deed is good, and you can travel.
Yeah.
As long as you're not. That's right. Yeah.
You're doing like I remember when I think this was last year. Me and my family went to Virginia to visit. And that's the first time we went in since we moved. So we're talking 17 years.
Oh wow.
And so when we went, and we went on the weekend. So the Sabbath came around. But when we was on the Sabbath, and we traveled down there, and then when we was down there, every person that we went to go see, we was going and we was talking. They was talking the truth with them.
Wow, that's awesome.
They was telling them the truth. They was, speaking about the truth with them. So what we were just saying is, what are you doing on the Sabbath? You are traveling.
Yeah.
Are you doing things out of your own will, or are you keeping the Sabbath?
Doing your own pleasures?
Are you speaking it right? That's right. That's not our own pleasures. That's
I got something
still doing the work of the Most High.
Right. Yep.
So that's the way to look at it. People are like, oh well, you say you don't supposed to be doing nothing, but we're still doing His work.
Right. That's right. Yep. Isaiah 58, 13 and 14. It says, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to do anything of your own pleasure.
Right.
No pleasure. That means no sex either.
Sex, yeah.
Emphasis on that.
And that's what I was trying to talk about at the beginning, is how the difference between the Sabbath, keeping the 7th-day Sabbath of the Bible, the Most High, His Sabbath, versus Sunday. Because on Sunday, which is of Satan,
right?
You can go worship for an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, and leave with what on your mind once you leave. I'm gonna go eat, or I'm gonna go eat at Los Portales, spend my money. Or go get some boneless wings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
What football game is on when we get out of here? I'm gonna catch the 12 o'clock game.
It's so crazy.
When I leave here.
Yep. It's so crazy. Whenever I was in church and stuff, I get out of church, dude, I would stop thinking about God.
Man. Yeah. I mean, heck, are you even thinking about him when you're there anyway?
Not this guy. No.
Exactly.
No. I mean. And it's funny because you probably have some people argue. Well, you see what happens in there on Sunday.
Right.
So you've seen videos of people jumping up and down, clapping, dancing like they're retarded. No offense. Or you have some churches with the revivals and all that.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
I ain't see, I mean, I remember
It
was
looks
early
amazing.
last year. All that church.
Yeah.
I forgot where it was, but they had, I mean, hundreds of people there for revival for like a month or something.
Dude,
like that.
yeah, it's crazy.
And it looked beautiful. Like,
yeah.
You're like, wow. Like, but then you got to think. And then all them people getting baptized in the ocean and lakes and stuff. I mean, a mile of people getting baptized. Right. Surely 144,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Should be saved by now, right?
Right. Yep.
Those churches, one of them alone, for real.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. I mean, and 2,000 years since Christ has been on this earth, and you telling me there ain't 144,000 saved Christians?
Exactly.
There's billions right now.
Yeah.
But we're still here.
Yep. Still here.
So, like, why is that question not being asked?
I know, dude.
All right.
Well,
there's 144,000 Christians probably in Jackson right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
But we're still here.
Yeah. Yep.
That's facts.
West Tennessee alone.
Christians, not from the tribes of Israel.
Right. But they're spiritual Israel. Where's that in the Bible?
Yeah, right. Where that scripture at?
Yeah, right.
You know?
Questions asked. I'm just saying, man.
Questions asked. Ain't 3 days between Friday and Sunday either.
Yeah.
Can I get
we can talk about that another time.
Go ahead,
can we get let's get the Mark II.
Mark II.
Yeah, because we'll just talk about them in the fields. So this is Mark's account, but it's something he said too that I really want to get.
All right.
So really, since we just talked about it, we can start at the end. Let's get 26 and go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
It says, and how he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar, the high priest, and did eat the showbread, which is not lawful to eat, but for the priest, and gave also to them which were with him. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is the Lord also of the Sabbath.
And I think that's
we
gotta keep that in mind.
That's good.
It's very big for the Sabbath.
That's good, Junior.
It's very big for the Sabbath.
It was made for us,
right? And why? But why?
Because it's an intimate day between us and the Most High.
And a day of rest.
Right.
A day of rest. Like they said, the Most High worked 6 days.
God
had to rest himself.
Right.
So why can't his creation should be able to rest as well with him?
He didn't have to rest.
Yeah.
He rested for a reason.
That's right.
So that we could.
That's right.
An omniscient God, all powerful, all knowing, rested from creating.
Yeah.
That in it enough. That should be enough.
That's right.
Yeah.
We shouldn't need any more explanation.
That's right.
Man, and then you wonder why, especially living here in America, people literally work themselves to death.
I mean, work.
Right. And what does that bring on themselves? Stress.
Yes.
Freaking
other spirits is what brings on.
And those spirits cause these diseases.
Yeah.
Man, right.
Or so yes, exactly.
There's stress causing heart problems. You're wondering why you're
cancer,
30 years old with a heart attack.
Right.
It's getting crazy now.
I mean, for real though, dude.
There's a reason why he wants us to rest on his seventh day.
Yes, sir.
And if you ever, because when I first experienced the Sabbath nap,
dude,
oh my God,
right,
boy.
Boy,
wake up confused.
Yes. I swear you slept 2 hours, but it felt like you slept
the day,
a whole day.
Dude, I swear.
Yo,
you be waking up.
Where am I?
Yeah. You go to sleep it's really nice in the whenever the
summer.
Yeah. You go to sleep at like 2.
Wake up at 9.
Yeah. Be dark outside.
Yep.
What happened?
Wake up looking around.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. We're talking about signs and stuff like that. We need to go ahead and get that Ezekiel 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get it. Ezekiel chapter 20. I'm going to do verse 12.
Okay.
Moreover, also I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am the Lord that sanctify them. All right, I'm going to go to verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. I am the Lord your God. Right. Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and hallow my Sabbaths. And they shall be a sign between me and you, that you may know that I am the Lord your God. Right. So a sign between the Most High and us. That's where he can come in, show us, manifest himself to us through his word.
Right.
Because, I tell you what, dude, being here on Sabbath is like a feeling of no other.
Yeah.
You can't compare it to anything in the whole world.
You don't,
Y'all really want to feel the Holy Spirit dwelling in a place?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely find some people that are keeping the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Keeping the commandments.
The Holy Spirit, right?
That's right. The Holy Spirit.
Because
not the unholy spirit.
No. Mother's the spirit.
There's a spirit there on Sunday.
Yeah, that's why people are doing backflips and falling out, screaming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
karate kicks and they falling down.
Hey, holding their hands up. I always thought I was weird because I wasn't holding my hands up.
Because everybody's right. The norm. Yeah, if you're not doing the norm, you look like
whole row of people in front of me like this.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting here like, my hands in my pocket. I don't even feel what y'all feeling,
man. Right,
right.
I mean, honestly though, and now it's good because now I know why.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
You got the understanding of the feeling you was having.
Yes. Yep. We know what the real Holy Spirit feel like.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Holy Spirit gonna bring you joy.
Yeah.
And happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And all that good stuff, all the good fruits. But the Holy Spirit ain't going to make you jump up out your chair and fling yourself over the floor and you look like a sizzling piece of bacon. You know what I'm saying, though?
I mean,
right.
That's the truth.
Right.
That may hurt some people, but I mean.
But come on now.
It's true,
really?
though.
Yeah.
That is not of the Most High.
Definitely not.
Just look at it. You know. Just the visual of it already don't like.
It's a show.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Sunday church, nothing but a big concert.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carnival that you go to.
I just told my mama that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. What are some other things? So we talked about no work.
Yeah. Hey, can I expand on something real quick?
Yeah.
So in when we talk about the law of the lands, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use myself as an example with the job that I had, right? So
me too.
Well, yeah, a bunch of us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So of course, when you're in a certain job, and what if they tell you that you have to work on the Sabbath?
Yeah.
Right. So where in the Bible does it
render unto Caesar
support?
Is that where you're going at?
No, Jalen.
We was. Oh yeah, now. And
that's good though.
Yeah, we
that's
definitely
really
get
good.
that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, and my dad pointed out to me in First Kings, First Kings, right?
Second Kings.
Second. I knew. Okay, hold on. Let me get that. Second Kings 5.
Jalen, you talking about Naaman?
Yeah, Naaman.
Right. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, Naaman was a Syrian.
Yeah.
He was a Syrian. He wasn't an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and Naaman got healed.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Naaman got healed, man. Most High healed Naaman.
Right.
He wasn't Hebrew. He was a Syrian.
That's right. And for we want to expound on him what he was getting healed of was leprosy.
Leprosy. Yeah.
Right. So
7 times in the Jordan
River.
Mm-hmm.
And then so let's go to. Let's start at 15.
Okay.
I think 15 is good. So I read it. And he returned to the man of God, he and all his company, and came and stood before him. And he said, Behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel. Now therefore I pray thee, take a blessing of thy servant. But he said, As the Lord liveth, before whom I stand, I will receive none. And he urged him to take it, but he refused.
Talking about Elijah.
Right, Elisha. Right. And Naaman said, Shall there not then, I pray thee, be given to thy servant 2 mules burden of earth? For thy servant will henceforth offer neither burnt offerings nor sacrifice unto other gods, but unto the Lord. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where this comes into.
Yeah.
In this thing the Lord pardoned thy servant, that when my master goeth into the house of Ramon to worship there, and he leaneth on my hand, and I bow myself in the house of Ramon. When I bow down myself in the house of Ramon, the Lord pardon thy servant of this thing. Now, what does that mean? Just when we talk about working, he knew that he wasn't serving that God and bowing with the same God as his master was, right? Mm-hmm. But he knew that because that's what he had to do because he was being obedient to the laws of the land, right? As we was told to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then once he did that, he was pardoned from it. Why? Because in his heart, he still was. Well, in my heart, I know I'm still keeping the Sabbath.
Right.
And anything, if I'm working that day, anything around that, I'm still not doing. Say if somebody comes to sell something in there while I'm working, that I don't partake in. I don't partake in that because I'm still keeping the Sabbath.
That's right.
While I'm at work because the laws of the land will have me at that job.
That's exactly right.
I'm around that, I'm still keeping the Sabbath.
Yep. Or you're not going out and buying things.
When they're going out and buying things, right? Exactly.
Christ flipped the tables on the people.
Shoot, yeah. What was it? Was it Malachi?
You flipped to where he came in selling?
No. Malachi, whenever he came in and people were buying and selling on the Sabbath.
That was
and he was about to fight them, or was it Nehemiah? Nehemiah,
yeah.
That's Nehemiah 13
or 13.
Let me see, I got that. No, I wrote it down before. But I wanted to expound on that because when a lot of people come to me about that working on that Sabbath,
15, 13, 15.
That's what I be able to tell them.
Yeah,
so keep the Sabbath still while we're there. We're in the laws of the land.
Most definitely, and something I do because I have to work on the Sabbath a lot in spring and late summer, fall.
Okay.
Is that stay in the Word of God continually throughout the day.
Yes.
If you got some earbuds, put your earbuds in. Play the Bible. That's really the best way. Mm-hmm. And with the earbuds in, you can kind of zone out of what other stuff people are talking about around you, and don't buy or sell, which we're about to get into right here. Mm-hmm. That's mostly what I do.
Best believe they're coming for you. They look for you to slip while you're out there.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. So you're right. It's all about still keeping your armor on. Because think about it, if you're made that you have to work on the Sabbath, you're most definitely going to need your armor out there.
Yeah.
On them days, of course.
Yep.
So you've got to put keep that in mind as well.
Real quick, Nehemiah 10:31.
Yeah.
And if the people of the land bring ware and any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year and the exaction of every debt.
Okay.
All right. Nehemiah 13:15 through 17, I think is it says, it's Nehemiah 13:15. In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing of in sheaves and lading asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens. So to buy or sell something on the Sabbath is a burden.
Bringing burdens, right? Which you're not supposed to do.
Right. Which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. That's where Most High's temple was, right?
Right.
On the Sabbath day, and I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals. Just read that. Where there dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah and in Jerusalem.
Judah.
Then I contended with the nobles of Judah, and said unto them, what evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day? So yeah, you're it's a burden to sell or buy on
profaning it.
And yeah, you're profaning the Sabbath. You're
making it unholy.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
You're making the Sabbath day just another day.
Because they're already.
So that is also my point now. Your Sabbath is any day or Sunday or any day you make it.
Jesus is my Sabbath.
Well, why aren't you going by the law of the Sabbath?
Right.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be buying or selling.
That's right.
Saturdays or Sunday.
That's right.
What am I trying to say? Well, Sundays, you're going to church, and once you leave, you're going to buy food or go out to eat.
Get money out the
ATM.
Yeah. Gonna go do things of your own pleasure.
They are literally in the church giving tithes, or what they call tithes.
Dude,
so they're dealing with money on that day already still.
Yeah. Man, we couldn't even keep the wrong day right.
Right, exactly. If you're gonna do it on the wrong day, then still, I mean, you know what I'm saying, not do it. But if that was the right day, you're still now you following the laws.
That's the thing is that they can't.
Right. Exactly.
It doesn't line up.
It don't line up.
There's no way for it to.
That's good.
Couldn't even keep the wrong day right.
Couldn't eat the wrong day.
Goodness gracious.
That's right though.
We need to read the rest of this though.
Oh yeah, what he did to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back at people.
18. Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us and upon this city? Yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath. And some of my servants set at the gates that there should be no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem once or twice. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath. And I commanded the Levites that they should cleanse themselves, and they should come and keep the gates to sanctify the Sabbath day. Remember me, O my God, concerning this also, and spare me according to the greatness of thy mercy. So he was ready to
he's about to throw down.
He said, you come back up in this,
I'm gonna lay hands on
temple again with that burden.
Selling
and buying and selling on the Sabbath day. We're going to have to scrap.
Yep.
Another thing I pointed out is
I was sick of them.
When it's sick of them, and when they came to sell, okay, of course they're sinning, right? And they're causing other people to sin as well because they're buying.
Yep.
So it's a it's both ways.
Man, that's blood. That's all kinds of blood on their hands.
Causing
You're causing them to. Right. Exactly.
That's wild. Yeah.
Cannot bring folly into Israel. That was a law. That's why he gave us. That's why he gave them the law, so that the land could be pure.
Exactly.
I want to get some real quick. In Numbers 15, 32 through 36. And this was whenever Israel was in the wilderness. Numbers 15:32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him inward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. So they put him in jail, basically. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died, as the Lord commanded Moses. So even gathering sticks profanes the Sabbath.
That's right.
Because what you gonna do with sticks? You gonna
light a fire.
Light a fire.
I was about to say, what was his purpose? Was it something that he was doing for the Most High?
Nope.
Something that he was doing.
That he was doing. Yep,
Exactly.
that's exactly right.
That's the difference. That's what we gotta learn how to differentiate from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I remember one Sabbath, me and Shelby were just outside, just like walking around, enjoying nature. It felt real good outside, and I went to pull up this weed that was in one of our flower beds. And she said,
"Yep,
remember the Sabbath day."
that's right.
That's all day. My wife.
That's right.
My wife corrected me.
And that goes again to tell you how easy it can be a slip up.
It's so easy, dude.
It can be a slip
so
up.
easy.
Like you're one, that one of your intentions. You weren't intentionally trying to do that. But it's so easy.
Satan can come in and just
so imagine how easy it is when you're out. And because of all the lands, you got to work.
Yep.
And of course, those things will be thrown at you consistently to make you to get thrown off.
Yep. Yep. Being around not like-minded people, like what we talked about earlier, make you slip up.
Because your wife
Satan
was the one that was
she saved me.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Being around not like-minded people, Satan will use them to pull you right out.
Yes.
Pull you right out of God's kingdom.
That's right.
You don't want that.
Not at all.
That's why we always got to be watchful too.
Yeah.
So that we can see those things and we can stay away from them.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Exodus 35:3 says, "Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day."
Mm-hmm. There you go, right there. Confirmation.
That's right.
So no cooking.
No cooking.
That's right.
Yep.
No cleaning.
No cleaning. That's why we have preparation day.
That's right.
Okay.
That's why it's so nice if all of our wives could be stay-at-home wives.
Well, that's how it was.
I know, dude. They had it so good.
That's how it was.
Man.
Nowadays, no, they didn't.
No.
Right. In today's society, no.
Yeah, no.
They ain't want to do that.
Boss babe.
Did some, yeah. Again.
Go get my own money.
All right. Okay.
It'd be nice to come home.
Yeah.
We work, on preparation day and stuff. Come home and house be clean.
Yeah. Everything is already
supper cooked. Shoot. Got food ready for the next day.
Man. All right.
God, ain't got to do nothing. Just go take a shower. That's it.
Go get clean. Go get washed.
Go get washed up. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Y'all got anything else? Okay, so we said no sex, no cooking, no cleaning, anything of your own pleasure.
Right.
No work.
No work. Unless you're going by the
unless
law.
You got to work.
Unless
you got to work.
Let's get that, because there are some people that don't. So say you're in the truth maybe, and you don't have to work, but let's just say you work at a factory and they're like, oh, double overtime. If your mind then goes to, well, dang, I need some money. That's
instead of be like, oh man, I need to keep Sabbath because God's going to manifest Himself in me.
Right.
Yeah. What's more important?
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like if you can control it. So let's say for me, being a self-employed,
right?
If I I can control when if I want to work on a Saturday or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
But for me, in being in the truth, and I know that it's the holy day, I'm not scheduling myself to work any Saturday.
Definitely,
right.
Yeah,
because if I do, then I'm really just chasing the money.
That's right.
Which is
you made that money your God.
Your God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But exactly,
idle.
Yeah, right. but for you, Matt, you're a farmer, and you sometimes you gotta work, especially during harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, your mind ain't on working.
Right. That's right.
But it's just your job. That's what farmers do.
I tell you what, dude, it's kind of nice because I'd be like out in the middle of a field, like by myself.
Yeah.
Hook my phone up to the radio.
Yeah.
Let the Bible play over it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm straight chilling on the Sabbath. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I will say one thing. The times that I have been like planning and stuff like that on Sabbath, a lot of things go wrong. I don't think that's coincidence.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like and it could be Satan doing those things, trying to get me to fall back.
Yeah.
Because one day I caught myself getting pretty mad because I was having to stop. I was planting wheat and I was having to stop like every, I don't know, probably 100 yards or something like that. Did it all day, 13 hours. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's a bad day for be a farmer. And but I had to keep on reminding myself, like, it's a test.
Yeah.
How am I going to react?
Yeah.
And I finally, all praises, I corrected myself during that. And that's one thing, like whenever Paul says be watchful, I take that to heart because spiritual warfare is a real thing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And whenever we're going in the right paths, keeping the commandments, Satan's gonna do everything in his power to make you fall back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's his job.
That is his job. Yeah.
Can we get Ephesians 6:11 real quick?
Most definitely.
To expound on that.
Mm-hmm.
To go with what Matt's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
To understand why it's so good. I know we kept saying, to keep the armor on.
Yeah.
Why it's so important too.
What's the armor though?
Exactly.
Let's read it.
Let's go. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Mm-hmm.
So that just told you right there that it's spiritual. The things we're fighting is spiritual. So if you go out here and try to fight a spiritual war physically, you're going to lose 10 times out of 10.
Every time.
Because you're not fighting it the correct way.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like what they say, bring a sword to a gunfight. It's like that.
Yep.
So you're not bringing
Satan,
weapons.
Satan tried to do with Christ on the mountain.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Christ was defending everything Satan was saying with the word.
With scripture, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's exactly right.
He wasn't defending it with his own understanding or his flesh talking for him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was fighting it in the spirit.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Do we want to keep going into the whole armor?
What's the armor?
Let's get the armor then.
What's the armor?
So I was on what, 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
Okay.
So that's first.
Mm-hmm.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Mm-hmm. So we got the belt of truth.
The belt, right.
And the breastplate of righteousness.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So of course that's
be like shin guards.
Basically, right.
Mm-hmm.
Protecting the lower, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
the wiles. When I think of the wiles of the devil, it's the wiles, the tricks, the things that he throw at you. The things that have been thrown at you are those fiery darts. And you got to have that shield, because my dad talks about it all the time, how when you look, everything on that armor, do we get to, matter of fact, let's keep going. We'll actually get to that. Let's keep going. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So that whole armor, everything is protecting you, right? Except for that one weapon when it's time to actually strike, which is using the word of God, which is that sword. But everything else is defending you. You're blocking. Sword. You're blocking those fiery darts. So this is the way I look at it. I don't know if anybody ever brought it up like this, but if all those pieces of the armor, right, all those different pieces, if majority, all of those pieces except for one piece is to defend, doesn't that mean you're supposed to defend more than you attack? Because if you just go out just swinging, you just going haywire, and you're not paying attention to the things, the blind sides of you. All those different fiery darts coming from each and every way. You're only in one direction, and you're just going off of like, say if you go off of anger, right? I seen this post on Facebook. It was saying how your anger blinds you, because it was showing a picture of a dog chasing a bird off of a cliff, and the dog jumped off and was getting the bird. Like, birds flying. He's good, because you're not paying attention to observing all the different,
what's around you,
what's coming at you. You're not observing what's coming at you. You just, I know something's coming at me, I go attack it. That's not what you do.
Nope.
So you're supposed to defend more than you attack. And that's what I had to learn. Because I was one of them attackers.
Right.
I was one of them attackers. You say something to me, I'm coming straight at you, because now I'm offended. And think about it, though.
Oh, man.
The Most High don't even move like that.
Nope.
So why should we? If the Most High move like that, we'll all be gone. Because he'll attack. He told us not to do something, and we did, and that's what grace is. Because if we just go off of weedy, we're sinning, and he go off of that and just act, one of us be here.
Oh no,
at all. So that's what I got out of that. When that's why I love reading it about the armor and paying attention to the armor. It's all defensive, except for one thing. So defend more than you attack.
Because we are in Satan's world, right?
Yeah, we sure are.
That's right.
And it's funny, because once you come into the truth, now you got to prepare your soul for temptation.
That's
right. You're baptized and whatnot. And
that's right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that living in the world, you'll go through things that seems like temptation or whatever. But especially when you come out.
Oh, man.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then that's when people tend to fall back into the world, because when they were in the world, it didn't seem like you were getting attacked as much, you know what I'm saying? As you are as in the truth.
That's right, because you was going along with the world, so he wasn't going to...
You're in his kingdom.
He wasn't going to come at you.
So then once you come out of his kingdom...
That's right.
He's trying to... he don't like that.
No, he hates it.
Yeah.
You're in his kingdom, in his world.
Nope.
That's right.
Once you come out of that...
Because that's one thing that we learned from temptation of Christ, is that he said, I will give you all these kingdoms. I will give you all these kingdoms if you bow down and worship me.
That's right.
Exactly. So everything here, he's got control over.
Yes.
It's his to give to whomever obeys him.
That's right.
Yeah, because Satan can bless people too.
That's right.
Most definitely.
Yes,
Luke 18.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Unjust judge.
Yeah.
If you bother him enough, he's going to respond.
Yeah, because, like I said, I know from our experience being in the truth, if we're all in one accord praying for something, it gets answered like that.
Man.
That's right.
But living in the world, going in the Sunday doctrine, you think about how many times, if you did pray, how many times those prayers actually got answered.
That's right.
That's right.
And if they did, it was either Satan or it was of the Most High's will that it got answered.
Right. And that's another good thing too, man. That the prayer, people don't look at it like that if you're not taught right, but prayer is also part of the spiritual warfare.
Yep.
And we were just talking about keeping that armor on. Even when you're keeping the armor on and you're doing what you're supposed to do, when people, like you said, we all want on accord. And my dad and everybody, they talk about it all the time, because when we pray for each other, pay attention to how those things lift up for the people. Because one, you're following the commandments.
Yeah.
So the enemy is coming at you. So when we all together, we all praying for each other, and we all one accord, we all following the commandments, we're doing everything you're supposed to do. Them prayers is like it's like reinforcements.
Yeah, because you know, it's one thing for like, let's say, like an example here, like Junior just prays. You know, that's just one going up.
That's right.
But if the whole congregation is praying on one accord, that's many going up all at one time. So, yeah, that's good though.
I'm gonna get Proverbs 28:9.
All right.
Okay.
It says, "He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination.
Oh man.
Whoso causeth the righteous to astray in an evil way." Was that Matthew 5, right?
Right.
Talking about breaking the commandments.
Yeah. Teach men. There's a 7.
Matthew 6. I think. Keep on reading that.
Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit, but the upright shall have good things in possession.
Yeah, that's Matthew 6, 19 and 20.
Okay. So yeah,
I mean Matthew 5. I'm sorry.
I knew it was
Gosh, my bad.
If you're teaching men to not keep the law, that it's done away with, you ain't got to do it.
You ain't got to keep the Sabbath.
Yeah.
You can eat pork. Jesus fulfilled all that on the cross.
Yeah.
Hell.
You're causing the righteous to go astray.
Yep.
You're leading potentially God's chosen to hell.
That's right.
Blind leading the blind.
Yep.
Especially if they haven't awoken yet.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, because your preacher could be holding you back.
But you're idling. You're idolizing.
Idling your preacher,
You don't even know that preacher could be your stumbling block.
Right. Yeah.
To salvation.
If you're just listening to your preacher on Sunday and you're not reading the word for yourself,
Yep.
You're not gonna find anything out.
Yep.
That's why you always get that spiritual thirst.
Right. Yeah.
You're wondering why you're hopping from church to church to church to church to church.
Yep.
And you're not getting spiritually filled. That hunger. That's why Christ said, "I am." He's the
bread of life.
Yeah, bread of life. What about the water?
Living water.
Yes, right. Living water.
Right.
Wow, and that goes back to the beginning. The law gives you life.
Yeah.
Right.
Living water.
That's right. That's the living water.
And that Sunday church.
Dry bones.
Dry bones. I mean, I said you're wondering why your prayers ain't even being answered.
Right.
That's right.
Or why so and so happened to Susie. When she was a good woman.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
I mean, it's questions you gotta ask.
Most definitely.
But like you said, if you're just only listening to your pastor and you're not reading the word and it's not what they're teaching don't line up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're just it's a stumbling block.
If you don't
and if you're not getting into the word yourself, then mess me up. If you're not getting into the word yourself, then you're kind of making yourself your own idol.
That's right.
So
leaning on your own understanding.
I was about to say, you're not studying to show yourself approval. You're going on what you heard, and now that's it. Mm-hmm. You're going off of that now. So now you turn that understanding to, well, if that's what I understand, and because that's what I heard is what I understand, that's what I'm going to go with. And you can't do that. Yeah. You got to know if it's true or false first.
Yeah.
1 or 2 witnesses, right?
That's right.
If you're just listening to one witness.
That's right.
2 or 3.
A man of God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you're wondering why Susie and Mike are... Pastor Mike is sleeping with Sister Susie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Or what's her name in the choir?
Messing with Bishop.
Yeah.
Deacon Luke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throwing out names.
We don't know none of these people.
No, it's just make up people.
Yeah.
But I mean, for real,
that's an example.
If you're seeing hypocrisy in your church,
that's a sign. It's
a red
flag.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's being exposed here where we are, for sure.
Yeah.
With that one, with the they kicked him out because he wasn't tithing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. That every single one of them people should have got up and left, or not came the next Sunday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have. I would have been like, man, what kind of place is this? This definitely ain't of God.
No.
Some of them, a lot of them, believe in that is right.
Yeah.
A lot of them sitting there doing the same, probably agreeing with them.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, a lot of the rich people. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't line up.
Nope. Not at all.
Oh, man. Well, you got anything else?
Oh, shit,
man. Well, that was good, though. I think that was a good one.
I mean,
hold on. That was a good one. I think it was important to get that Ephesians 6:11.
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Talk about that armor all the time, but people don't understand that it's very specific.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very specific armor. Everything has their own. What's the word I'm looking for? It has their own uses.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing. So we can even get into another time on why, like, because each of them have their, it's faith or the truth. I mean, not truth. It's the faith. Which one? But each piece has a different aspect.
That
you're supposed to keep.
Right.
Right.
The breastplate of righteousness. And,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they all have those things attached for a reason.
And the helmet.
Exactly.
Protecting your mind.
Right.
You gotta kill the thought.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Kill the thought.
If you pay attention, all the things, those are the things, because of course it's a spiritual battle. So those are the things you feel that tug of war a lot in those things. So once you actually have that piece on, you can feel it. Because that now you're fighting righteously with that piece on.
But also having on the spiritual armor, you're able to see those attacks coming before it even gets to you.
Before it even gets to you,
right. Having that discernment.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely a gift too. That's a gift of the Holy Spirit, that discernment.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well, all right. I ain't got much else. We'll get some more next week.
Yeah.
But y'all have any closing thoughts or anything? I know the world's getting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes back to the spiritual armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're walking in this truth, I mean,
about to have a solar eclipse, everybody.
X marks the spot, huh?
Yeah. X marks Babylon.
Yep.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm kind of ready to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So excited. Which, man, I swear, like my dad says, this all goes back full circle. Going back to Jubilee 6, when you fall astray from the ordinance of God, like I said, everybody thinks New Year was January 1st.
Right.
Now it's literally in a couple minutes. That.
Oh, yeah. Now.
Yeah, that
pretty much, yeah.
You don't really understand what's coming.
Right.
And
I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say. Dang it, Matt.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Anyway, falling out of the ordinance of the Most High, I mean, Yeah, falling out of the ordinance of the Most High. That can be like. Ah, dang it! What did it say?
Jubilee 6.
Yeah. It just disturbed the ordinance of his plan. And so you're thinking that you think about something else, but the Most High's plan is totally different, and you just don't see what's coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're blinded from what's really coming, and this eclipse that's coming. I mean, there's some people out there that think, it actually may be something.
Some people think it's the rapture.
Oh, damn! I didn't know that.
Yeah, heard that?
No.
Yeah, some people think the rapture is going to happen the day of the eclipse.
I sent you that
photo
happened. Last night
from Mark
the Messenger.
His video is interesting, too.
I never heard of tips you needed to have.
Me neither
for
on the solar eclipse, yeah.
I'm just going to read some of them. It says, have scheduled errands and appointments early during this eclipse. Have communication planned with family and friends. Why do I need to do that?
Right.
Have cash on hand in case of limited internet access. Buy necessary groceries and gas. Expect heavy traffic, long lines for local services.
Junior, it sounds like it's going to be an EMP that's going to go off or something.
Right. Like, what in the world? I didn't even hear that.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Look up Mark the Messenger on YouTube and find this video.
I've never, like you said, it's never even been nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Heck no.
And what does that do? It brings fear.
It causes
panic.
Fear.
Yep. Wow.
Yep. They want to gather up all the goats.
This is next month, right? When is it?
In April, yeah.
April 7th, ain't it?
I think so. Something like that. Something, yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's in April.
I
remember the first, eclipse that we had, when was that? A few years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. And they ain't give out nothing like that.
No. I mean, even the one last year.
Right. But the one that time, a few years ago, it was like how it's going to be now. It was a total solar eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember it getting dark where I was.
Yeah.
It got dark.
Yeah.
And I ain't ever hear nothing about, you better have some cash on hand, you better have gas in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
What about the people that got electric vehicles? Just like what Mark said, ain't no coincidence that they gave him $7,500 on the taxes for the people that have electric vehicles.
Really? Wait, is that in that video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Wow. Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
Not coincidence.
They got $7,500 back just because they got electric vehicles. Yep.
Wow.
That's weird.
Crazy.
See, that's things to pay attention to.
Most definitely.
It's crazy.
So if you were freaking out whenever the phone lines went down.
All right. Exactly.
I was one of the ones that was hoping it won't never gonna come back on.
And that's the thing, man. If you actually did freak out because your phone turned off,
yep.
I mean,
tell you.
Who's your God?
Yeah, dude, he's got you.
That tells we got control.
Yeah,
I mean, you freaked out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know a lot of people that did. I mean, there was a lot of people on social media that were.
Oh yeah.
That I was hearing about. Man,
crazy.
people in front of AT&T stores threatening to.
Yep.
Whoever walked out here, I'm gonna whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? What's that about, dude? It ain't the AT&T store that did it.
Over a phone.
Yeah, over a phone.
Let's see. I said satellites.
I think it was.
You think it's satellites?
I think it was. I don't know though. Who knows?
Exactly.
Because if it would have been towers, nobody would have had service.
Right.
Because everything goes off the tower. Any kind of with AT&T, it's like Cricket, Straight Talk, and all those other different carriers. But then you got Verizon and T-Mobile. T-Mobile and Sprint are one carrier together. So T-Mobile and Sprint, they all go off the same towers. But it was so strange how it was just select people.
Yeah.
Because Shelby had service.
Yep.
I didn't have service.
I didn't know. Yeah, I did.
My mom had service.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
Now with Shelby and her mom, now they got that. Yeah. They got that FirstNet stuff or whatever, first responder plan. Oh, okay. But my mom didn't have service, and I'm on her plan, and she had service, but I didn't. Oh. My phone said SOS for like 6 hours. Yeah. Well, now that's just whenever I was awake. Oh yeah. Ain't no telling when it went out.
Right. I didn't even know about it.
I think it's somebody that we've been giving money to, and they mad because we ain't giving them money no more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it until social media. I had no because my was still working. So I had no idea. Work? Yeah, mine was still working.
Well, golly.
Yeah. I think Verizon was still up and on. I think it wasn't. Oh, that's crazy.
Not everybody. Because I was talking to people. Yeah, because I was supposed to get some gravel at my house that day, and dude that was hauling it for me didn't call me because he didn't have service. He's got Verizon.
Oh, I don't know then. Mine definitely was on.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. I had no idea until I saw it on social media, and I think my sister, one of my sisters said something about it.
Really?
Hers was off.
Hers was really.
Yeah. So. So. Yeah,
what's going to happen, folks?
So I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was for real or not, but she was the only one in our house that had the iPhone. Yeah. And so hers was doing whatever it was doing. Mm-hmm.
And I heard a lot of people say it was from a solar flare.
I heard it too.
So what a post was about. If it was a solar flare, man, we'd have no internet at all. Yeah. It'd be like that'd be like a natural EMP that went off. It'd take out phone lines.
Yeah.
Internet, all internet service, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. Anything wireless. It'd be off. But anyways, hey, God did not give us a spirit of fear.
That's right. No.
He gave us a spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. So, if you're keeping these commandments.
Follow the commandments, yeah. That's right.
What's that? Psalms 91?
Psalms 91 will not draw nigh to you.
It will not touch you.
That's right.
Plagues will not touch you. None of what's going on. Yeah, while everybody else is freaking out, hey, he can protect you, man.
That's right.
Be like what Hezekiah said. Come get protected while they going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but for real, though, shoot.
That's why they do these things.
I mean, they already show you in the movies.
Exactly.
Anytime. Right. And it's funny, too, because have y'all noticed that all these, like, in the world movies and stuff is always America?
Always America. It's always America.
And it's what does it show? Except people going chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos. Raiding the stores and everything.
Yep. I don't know why that is. Why is that, Jalen?
Well, it's the daughter of Babylon, ain't it?
It is.
Yep. And the Most High is going to destroy it for the sins it did to Israel.
Yep.
Judah.
Yep.
How about Judah's here too as well? Yep. I mean, they're scattered out. They're out scattered, but exactly.
Well, any nation
partook in it. Yep.
That's right.
Well.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Till next time.
I'm a little pooped out. I ain't gonna lie.
Ask, seek, knock. Keep asking God.
That's right.
Pray that He shows you His truth, and we don't want y'all thinking that we up here being all kind of righteous and stuff. We want y'all to know the stuff that He has taught us.
Right.
That He has shown us because
that we're striving.
Strive. That is the most important thing.
Right. I think you pointed out earlier, if we're not sharing this, is like the parable of the talents.
Right, yeah.
That's right.
If we're not out here teaching
word,
telling what the Most High has given us, to us through keeping the Sabbath.
Yeah.
The blood's going to be on our hands.
Blood's on our hands, right. Because where the watchman was at Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 6. Something like that. Ezekiel 5 or 6.
That's our job is to plant seeds.
Yep.
That's right.
And it ain't, that's all we do.
Yeah. And hopefully, the seed that one of y'all will take in will sprout up, God will give it the increase.
Mm-hmm.
Paul planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the most important thing that we all need to do is ask.
That's right.
If you're not asking, then how do you expect to get anything?
Right.
If you draw near to Him, He's going to draw near to you.
That's right.
So,
which involves keeping the Sabbath day holy.
Right.
That's how you draw. That's how He manifests Himself to you.
That's right. How you reveal.
That's the time between you and Him. Ezekiel 2020.
Sign between
me. 2020.
Ezekiel 2020. Yeah. The sign between me and them, that they may know that I am the Lord their God.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Well,
that's all I got, though.
I'm going to end it with John 10:27-28. It says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand." All right, guys.
Love
appreciate
you guys.
y'all joining us tonight, and get with us next week.
That's right. See y'all next time.
And shalom.
Shalom. Love y'all.
Love you.